Not every difference in perspective has to become a divide. Oftentimes, we're not just disagreeing, we're being sucked into separation, suspicion, and opposition so often that we start to feel drained. And that's what I'm calling division fatigue. It's the exhaustion that comes from repeatedly being pulled into that separation and opposition or suspicion. And this matters because division doesn't only change the way that we see an issue, it also changes the way that we see each other. And when everything becomes a threat, we lose access to the big picture. We lose curiosity around perspective, and we lose the ability to stay connected while still being able to think clearly. Each week, we introduce a word or a phrase that depicts something we all experience, yet might not always have the language to express. This week's EEV phrase is division fatigue. Division fatigue is the exhaustion that comes from being repeatedly pulled into separation, suspicion, or opposition. We're living in a time when difference is often treated as danger, when a different opinion becomes a divide or a question becomes a threat. And a pause can become suspicion. A refusal to immediately choose a side can be treated as betrayal. And over time, that really wears us down. Not because we should avoid hard conversations or because disagreement is wrong. Difference sharpens us. It can deepen understanding. It can show us where we've been too narrow, too certain, or too protected inside our own assumptions and perspective. The problem begins when difference is constantly converted into division. And that's where strength can return. Because difference can strengthen us when it's held with curiosity, humility, and responsibility. Division weakens us when it keeps us fragmented, reactive, and makes us easier to separate. So when you feel division fatigue, try not to think of it as a weakness. Treat it as a signal. Before reacting, ask yourself, is this helping me see more clearly, or is it training me to disconnect? Do I need to engage? Do I need to pause? Do I need more information? Or do I need to protect my peace without abandoning my humanity? The goal isn't to avoid every difficult conversation. The goal is to stop letting every difference pull you out of connection, clarity, and yourself. That's the work, not forced agreement or emotional withdrawal, but enough inner steadiness to remember. There are conditions that cause differences that shape perspective, and not every difference has to become a divide. I'm Raisa Nazaire, and if you like this word, please join us weekly for everyday emotional vocabulary that shifts the kaleidoscope of your perspective.